Okay, guys, Asian MMA here, giving you my post afterthoughts for UFC 122. I gotta say, man, overall the event was pretty lackluster. Usually, the myth behind the cards that sneak under the radar, they deliver the best for entertainment. But all the fights were pretty relatively boring. Gotta say, man, Carlos Vermola, the guy that fought Seth Petrozelli, that guy, you gotta keep an eye out on that guy, man. That guy is exciting. He's powerful. He's quick. He's explosive. That guy put on he woke me up. I was like, man, I want to see this guy fight. Pretty much a one-side beating to Seth Petrozelli, and first time at 205, man. If he continues fighting at the pace that he set, he's going to be a future contender, man. You heard it here first. I love the way Carlos fights, man. Super aggressive. Doesn't care if he's getting punched in the face. He will come at you, take you down, and he will not lay and pray, man. He's just constant pressure, man, and I love that. Any other fights I want to talk about? I guess I want to talk about the main event, okay? Very, very surprised Okami was the aggressor in this fight. Usually in his last fights, he starts out just feeling you, then he turns it up in the third round. That's what I thought was going to happen, man. And I was very surprised that there was that much leaning and that much clinch work and that much, leaning against the cage, going for the takedown. Nate Marquardt was obviously worried about the takedown. That's why he was hanging out really close to the cage, just in case he got taken down. He wanted the cage on his back so he can get back to his feet. Okami, impressive stuff, man. I gave the first round to Okami, second round to Nate, and third round, actually second round it could go either way, but personally I lean towards Nate Marquardt, but I could see you giving to Okami. I'm pretty sure that's where Nate got a takedown. Third round, in my head I was thinking, okay, judges will usually think that takedown means you won. So I'm thinking if I'm a judge, if I was one of those judges, Nate Marquardt won. But, if you're basing the overall fight and the third round, the aggressor was Okami, man. He always stayed on the center, and he was landing shots. So in my head for the judge, I give it to Nate Marquardt, and in my own head, I was like, Okami won this, but they're probably gonna give it to Nate Marquardt. Either way, it was a really, really close fight. I can't see anyone complaining, saying it was a robbery, because it was honestly that close. Honestly, I thought it was gonna be a little bit more exciting. I thought both guys were gonna go in for the kill. I guess it doesn't really make sense to me, now thinking about it, since it's such a big fight. What they should have done is not say this was for the title shot, man. If they didn't say it was for the title shot, I think this would have been a better fight, because both guys were so cautious of winning this fight, because they're in line for the belt if they win this fight, and I think that's what ruined the main event, and because both guys were too passive. I thought Nate Marquardt was going to turn it up, but he was scared of the takedown. He felt Okami's power. You can tell that he was worried. So, big ups to Okami for being the next contender. I want to see Anderson Silva versus Okami. I think Okami, now that he's training with Chael, I think he presents a lot of difficult challenges towards Anderson Silva. Because I don't think, I think Okami can take down Anderson Silva. And once it's down there, I'm basically assuming that, since he's so freaking strong, Chael Sonnen always presses how strong Okami is. Anderson Silva's not going to have that great of a time getting up if he can't get up from Chael Sonnen, who's a way lighter guy but has way more skill. And Anderson Silva doesn't really show skill in getting back to his feet. He just likes to hold the guy and make the ref stand them back up. So Anderson Silva doesn't really have that skill to get back to his feet at will, Cain Velasquez, who's another guy that gets to his feet really good. Frankie Edgar, he gets to his feet really ridiculously fast. GSP, who else? That's the only Machida, maybe. Don't quote me. Anyways, enough of that brainstorming. Yeah, big ups for Okami. I thought he put up a really brilliant performance. Germany judges, you guys are awesome, man. You guys did the right call. I I don't really like the 30-27 score, but 29-28 I thought was pretty fair. No complaints from me. 30-27 is a little bit. I could see it, but I didn't really think Nate Marquardt lost that second round. But that's just my opinion. Okami did enough to win. You can't blame him for playing it safe, securing the title shot. Okay, what else do I want to add? Okay, so after we were done watching the event, I was sitting on like this wooden I'm going on off a real story now. Okay, not really MMA related, but it's kind of MMA related. I just want to share with you because I found this really fun. Okay, so I was sitting on this like wooden ledge, like it's probably like a sidewalk curb. Okay, so it's like 6 inches tall, just sitting there, with a pillow on my lap, just leaning like this, watching the fights. Then my buddy came up from behind me, puts his arm around my neck. He's basically getting ready to choke me out, and I'm like, yeah, why the hell not? I'm like, go full out. So I start feeling pressure. I already see one leg going over my lap. This when I throw the pillow to in front of me, he's already applying the pressure. So as soon as I felt the pressure, I knew I had to like turn my neck. Keep in mind I'm not like MMA trained or anything. I don't claim to be a MMA fighter, but I've done. I've watched enough fights to know that you don't want to stick around your back too long. Put one arm around his arm so he couldn't put as much pressure, and turned my hips as fast as I could. Winded up turning him, and pretty much me sitting in his full guard. Okay. Right now, I'm just trying to create space because he's just holding my face into his chest and trying to suffocate me or something, man. So I just bridge up, put my hands against his chest, and then he puts a triangle on me. Man, triangles, man, they are not that fun, man. It just squeezes the air out of you, and I found it really difficult. But I just kept on separating space. Obviously, we're friends. No punching or anything. It's just like a friendly wrestling, grappling match, whatever. Nothing's happening, man. I'm just creating space. He's squeezing the hell out of me with his legs. So, like I said, the curb is right there. So I decided I'd go play a strategy. At this point, I take off my glasses because, I had that much time to do it. Stuck in his full guard still. So I spin around. It's wood, so hardwood, so it's really easy to spin around. I put his back onto the curb, so his back's leaning on the curb like this. That starts getting uncomfortable, so he's kicking to go to the lower ledge, okay? So then we're still stuck in the same position, so I'm like, okay, I'll spin 180 again. This time, he lets go because he knows that I'm going to put his neck up to the curb and just make him really uncomfortable. So he lets go. He opens up his legs. I grab his neck and I swing my legs around, hoping to go for arm triangle. He notices that. He puts me back in full guard, and then I'm like, okay, this isn't working. So I get to my feet, posture up, grab his neck. I was going for a neck crank. That's a bait, I'll try and let him go up, stick his head out, and guess what? He sticks his head out, boom, goes under there, grab bicep, go like that, throw a leg up under his back, and then just start squeezing. And felt the tap. I gotta say, man, submissions are pretty fun, man. I don't know if I did the right technique or not, but I've seen enough to do. It wasn't arm in, but it felt nice, man. It was nice making someone tap out. Definitely a ton of fun, man. Haven't been in anything physical in a long time, man versus man type deal, power versus power. Keep in mind, man, my friend's, he's not the tallest guy, but his arms are freaking beefy, and he's super strong, man. I'm only 5'8", 145 pounds, and he's 5'7", maybe 5'6.5". Not a big guy at all, but he weighs 160 pounds, and his arms are massive, man. I'm not kidding you. My arms are like this. His arms are like that. ridiculously like freakish genetics. Uh, so yeah, it felt pretty cool putting him in guillotine choke. One thing I have to add is when I had him in the choke, like full out guillotine choke, I wasn't breathing for some reason. I think now I understand more when fighters say, "Yeah, I wasn't breathing correctly." It's almost like instinct that when you're lifting something heavier, like trying your best to hold your breath, it doesn't make any sense. It's stupid. I should be relaxing, controlling my breathing. He's the one that's in trouble. He's the one that's panicking. So why should I put myself in jeopardy if he gets out? I should be relaxing. So I learned that from my brief little grappling match I had, and I think the key to submission game is just like wrestling. I only did wrestling in middle school, but the trick to it is to always think one step ahead. I gave him, I let him get to his feet by doing a neck crank, a simple neck crank, just pulling his neck up, because he's gonna have to release his legs, man. Because a neck crank's not fun. Not fun. It's basically like a guillotine choke without wrapping your arms around his neck, so he has no way to escape. It's basically bending your neck forward, so he's gonna throw his legs up and try to get to his feet. That's where I pinned it, trapped his head. Yeah, pretty awesome, man. Might have to get into MMA, join an MMA gym after my gym pass expires. I think it'll be a lot of fun. I encourage anyone that is interested, maybe get together with a bunch of friends, and do some submission matches. No homo. You don't have to freak out. I had two other buddies. They were just laughing, but I got really into it. I was really getting competitive. Had a lot of fun. Overall, boring night of fights, but I had that 2-minute grappling match, whipped my friend's ass. It was worth it. Fun stuff. Yeah, I'll be back to do my UFC 123 predictions for Machida vs. Rampage. Till then, have a good night, and I'll see you guys later. Asian MMA, signing out.